Hey! QuickFilms here. Today, I will show you a post-apocalyptic horror film from 2018, titled A Quiet Place. It has been 89 days since the apocalypse. People are missing and places remain desolate. Children are seen moving silently throughout the store. One of them is sitting on the ground and is approached by his mother, who searches for medicine for him. The eldest child is deaf, but they all communicate with sign language. When the youngest child almost drops a toy rocket, his sister grabs it swiftly before it can hit the ground. The father joins them, and it's apparent they're here for supplies. The youngest child grabs the rocket ship, but it's quickly taken away by the father, who removes the batteries in fear that it would make noise. The eldest sibling hands back the toy, but while they were unaware, the youngest grabs the batteries again. It's slowly getting darker as they are seen walking home barefoot while the youngest trails behind. Suddenly, the toy begins making noise, and the group panics. The father begins to sprint towards the youngest. The mother holds her scream in, and before the father can reach the child, a creature appears from the woods, taking the child. It's now been more than a year after the tragic event. The family tries to cope with what has happened, the eldest still traumatized, and the father obsessed with both the event itself and as well as finding means of communication via radio. The middle child wants to drive a car but knows that won't be possible. He returns back home, and the pregnant mother is seen trying to create a warm nest for her baby. The father can't let go of the memory of their child that died, but the mother, aware of the situation, prepares a very special crib for the newborn child soon to come. Sitting on top of the silo, the father lights a fire, searching for other fires that light up in the distance. Any sign that other people are still alive. The same night they have dinner together, using their hands and leaves for plates, so they don't make a sound, even praying in complete silence. After dinner, the kids cause a small fire, resulting in the father making noises to extinguish it. The family becomes even quieter, waiting for the creatures to arrive, listening for them. But the creatures don't come for them this time. Later, the father is seen fixing his daughter's hearing aid in the basement. The mother joins him. They start dancing and she gives him one of the earbuds, music playing. The next day, the mother is performing her daily physical examination. Her due date is soon. She listens to her baby's heartbeat. Meanwhile, the daughter returns home. She prepares to walk down the basement, when her father suddenly grabs her and tells her she can't go down there. He shows her the hearing aid, explaining that it will work this time. She refuses to take it, but he places it in her hand. Later, the mother is seen teaching her son math. The father walks in and tells them it's time to go. The son clearly not happy about this, but his mother reassures him that everything will be all right. She tells him that he needs to learn these things so he can take care of her in the future. As the son and father prepare to leave, the daughter insists on joining them, but the father refuses. Devastated, the girl runs to her room where she tries her new hearing aid. But just as she expected, it doesn't work. She gets even more flustered and starts packing a bag, placing an important wrapped item inside last. The father and son come up to a river. The father explains how the river can mask small sounds, so he shouldn't be afraid to be a little loud. The daughter is seen leaving the farm. Inside, the mother continues her house duties. One of the laundry bags she was pulling gets stuck on a nail in the stairway, almost tipping her over. The father and son walk up to the waterfall. Suddenly, the father begins to howl and scares the boy. He tells him that it's all right, and encourages him to howl as well. Back at the farm, the mother walks around the home, nostalgically. The daughter can be seen walking through the woods. Back at the waterfall, the father and son have a conversation about her. The son tells him that she blames herself for what happened with the youngest child. The daughter walks up to the place her little brother died. Meanwhile, at home, the mother can be seen crying in his room. The daughter leaves the toy rocket on his grave. As the father and son continue to speak, the son suggests that the father should tell his daughter that he loves her. Later that day, the two of them are walking back through the woods, and come across an old rundown house. As they pass by it, an old man appears suddenly, and they stop. Next to him, lays the dead body of a woman. The father notices that the man is about to scream and hushes him, but the man screams from the top of his lungs nonetheless. The father grabs his son and hides. As they watch one of the creatures tear the old man apart. Back at the house, the mother is still in her dead child's room. Her water breaks. and she tries to keep collected as the pain from the contractions come in, walking towards the basement. As she walks down the stairs, she steps directly on a nail, letting out a small cry. She changes the color of the lights outside, so the others know what's happening. And as the mother prepares to leave, one of the creatures appears inside the house. While in the basement, she finds a timer but her contractions become stronger. The father and son arrive at the farm and notice the change of lights. Back in the basement, the mother hides as the creature comes down, searching for the origin of the noise. Its giant ears latch onto the ticking sound of a timer, and it goes off. The creature can't hear the mother run up the stairs. Unfortunately, there is another one in front of the house, as the father and son find out too. The father gives the son the task of switching on a device. Inside the house, the mother is inside a bathtub, ready to have the baby. Then suddenly she hears one of the creatures come inside. In the meantime, the boy lights up the fireworks, and the father preps a shotgun. The moment she starts pushing, explosions are heard in the background, and she lets out an enormous scream. As fireworks explode over the farm, the father runs towards the house with a shotgun. The daughter sees the fireworks as well and runs towards the house. Back at the house, the father is seen coming up the stairs towards the bathroom. But the mother isn't in the tub. He sees blood and thinks the worst had happened. She pops up from behind the shower screen, surprising him. Meanwhile, the son is seen walking back home. He hears a noise. One of the creatures can be heard running after him. He starts to run. Suddenly, he faceplants into a giant wheel. The father carries the mother and the newborn into their home. The baby starts to cry, but he manages to head deeper underground, covering the hole with a mattress. As the creature is seen following the noise, the baby continues to cry, and above the creature, trash is around. The father puts the newborn in its special crib, which dampens the sounds of its crying. Back at the crops, the daughter sees a light. As a creature sneaks up on her, she doesn't hear it. The creature starts latching onto the tiny sounds made from her hearing aid. The hearing aid starts to emit a horrible sound, disturbing not only the girl but the creature, and it runs away. Meanwhile, the father and mother are safely underground. She asks about her other children and he comforts her. She starts talking about their dead child, blaming herself. She makes the father promise that he will protect their other children. In the crop, the girl follows the light and finds her brother. The father leaves the underground to search for the children, but doesn't realize that the basement is flooding. The kids stand on top of the silo, lighting the same fire the father lit up the night before. But they run out of gas and the brother comforts his sister. The father looks for them on the security monitors but is unable to find them. Underground, the mother is woken up by the incoming water. She instantly notices a creature down there with her baby. It dives underwater, but as she picks up her child, it comes up again. She hides behind a wall of pouring water as the creature follows. Meanwhile, the father arrives at the crop, and the children argue on top of the silo. When suddenly, the boy drops inside, making a noise that everybody can hear except the sister. When she realizes what happened, she finds him sinking deeper into the corn. The creatures rush towards the silo as the sister jumps in to help, but instead gets rescued by her brother from drowning in corn. The father comes to save them, but a creature found its way inside. As they hide, the girl's earpiece acts up again, chasing the creature away. At the house, the mother goes to check what's happening on the monitors. The father rushes up the silo and reunites with his children. But they hear a creature close by, so he tells them to run toward the truck. The father stays behind to protect them. Suddenly, a creature appears, and before he can strike it, it launches him. The boy screams out as the mother watches in horror from the monitors. The creature follows the scream, attacking the truck. Fortunately, the father is still alive. He sees that the children are defenseless inside the vehicle. And after saying goodbye, he screams to attract the attention of the creature. The boy pushes the truck into gear, and as it rolls away, the creature gets to the father. As dusk breaks, the children are reunited with their mother, but the creature has followed them. She takes the children to the basement, and her daughter sees what the father has been working on, including the hearing aids he had tried to fix for her. Suddenly, the lights start flickering again. They see on the monitors that more creatures are coming. The daughter ups the volume on the radio, and the mother pumps the shotgun. The end. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.